Welcome back. We're still having this conversation and Miriam is ready.
Yes, I would like to just go back to the point you were making about how marriages were transactional historically, and the difference now. So you were right, the marriage itself was a marriage also between families. It wasn't really about the one man and the one woman. It was about the family, and it had to be something that was mutually beneficial. And you would hear stories of the time where the couple or the boy or the girl would be in love with someone else who the family didn't think was suited for their family, and they would run off or elope or things like that. Then I feel that we now got to a point where, people are now allowed to pick their mates, pick your partners, and, just for how you feel for each other. But I think where we are today is that we have combined what we used to do historically and what we did after, which is we have now made dating the person that we have chosen
commercial
about what is financially beneficial to us. We pick this, put it together, and that is where we are. So our dating is transactional, our courtship is transactional, and and for me, I feel that where we are is dangerous, because with the marriage being transactional, you knew it was just about the families, but then both of you now understood that in the marriage itself, between us, we need to learn to be husband and wife. And usually you hear people say it was an arranged marriage. It took us time. We had the marriage, then we found the love, But now you're seeing people dating and courting and saying that they love each other, but they are also using all that monetary whatever, and it's clouding them. And I like the point you made. I had, to make when you made it, I was like, oh, she went ahead of me, which is many women have been deceived into thinking that a man loves them because he spends a lot of money on them. And when he moves on to the next person and starts spending money, you're so angry. You're calling it heartbroken. And he's like, heartbroken? How?
You saw the red flags.
And then you hear conversations like, after all I've done for you, and you're like, same, likewise. And you provided that, and I took care of all your needs, so they're now shocked. They'll not come to their girlfriends and be saying, he used me. And all of us will be saying, yes, he used you.
Yeah,
but the truth is, yes.
And
that was why, when we start having conversation, we say, ask exactly what this relationship is about.
From
because
beginning.
one thing also I think people fail to understand is, as beautiful and as exciting money is, it will cloud your judgment on a lot of things. So if you're a certain type of person and you're looking for a certain type of husband, including money, let's just say you have found the money, now find out, is he the husband material that you're looking for? There are men as well. Exactly, there are men as well who target rich women. They'll say, see, me, I'm a fine boy, whatever.
I'm bringing that to the table.
Yes, that's what I'm bringing to the table. When you go out, people will say that you are standing beside a good-looking man. Yes, I don't have any money. Exactly. And then they get married, And in that case, yes, it's a transaction, but he feels that he's bringing something. That you are the woman that has all these things. You have to ask exactly. You have to know beyond, if I did not have this money, is this a relationship that could work? You cannot be naive. Okay, you have a call. You cannot be naive about, the terms of agreement of your own conversation. When you finish, I'll come back.
Yes, so we have a call on the line, Onabanjo from Akowonjo. Good morning, are you there?
Coming again.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
To all of you.
Thank you.
Good morning. Indeed, this topic is a very useful one in this generation. You see, this generation entirely, the generation of social media. When ladies will see that the yardstick for them to get married, to any man has to be his bank account. It's so unfortunate, and this goes out to all the parents. The way they train, the Bible says, train up your child in the way of the Lord, and she will never depart from it. He or she will not depart from it. The way they train their child, you see a 20-year-old girl coming to bring gifts, a lot of gifts that she has not worked for, phones to her mom. And her mom
questions should be asked.
Refuse to ask that. Where are you getting these things from? And that is why you see a lot of ritual killings going on in Nigeria. They see a bank account of a guy, you know. Let me make an example. When I was to get married to my wife, the only account I had, the only money I had in my bank account was 200 and something thousand. That was 2017. But as God would do it, second year of my marriage, I got my own house. That was a present, a wedding present. Look at it. That was a wedding present that I got that was a wedding present I got for my wedding. So look at it. So I knew that my wife had something doing, and I could see that the future was bright for both of us. And here we are today. But you see what is going on in Nigeria? I just laugh at this generation. And laugh, it's just unfortunate.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You were wrapping up.
Yes. So I was saying that when money is involved, you know, we should be careful. That can also blind you to someone's, you know, real intentions. And I was going to, you know, I was trying to make a comparison between how it used to be and now. So also I wanted to say historically, right, men used to pay women, but who were the women that they paid? They were the prostitutes outside, the mistresses, the concubines. Those ones knew exactly, like boxes where, you know, everybody had their box. So the women outside, those group of women, knew that this man was never going to marry me. And if even I have a child by this man, that child would be called a bastard, meaning that child could not openly take the man's name and or have inheritance. And what the woman got from being married is that your children will inherit, you know, their heirs to this person.
A legitimate.
You on the outside, you are just, you know, for fun. And you understood your place. Now
So they pay you heavily for your place.
Heavily or not, whatever your price is, you are paid. But now I'm seeing that those lines are blurred. So
there's a
here
fusion.
you are. What are you? Are you the one that is just being paid because they need something from you?
Okay.
While they have a person that they, you know, you were trying to make the point that men are quite strategic, they know what they want and things like that. Yes, I've heard people say that you find a man who would have dated like 2 women or 3 women so well over a long period of time, they all think that they are the main person. Then he comes, he marries one particular person, and he will say from the very beginning, he's always known that this one is the wife.
Yes.
This one is just for the fun of it. You know, now, final, I was just working on a theory. The final theory where we are today, with how women are now demanding money, is that they realize, oh, so when you are now paying me, you know from the beginning that it's just for fun. I didn't know. I thought that this was it shows that you love me. Okay, so it's so that I'm not a victim. Why don't we do it this way? We're not sure of your feelings, right? No, I'm saying I think that's the working theory now. Yes. Now let's, you know, now I get it. You come for fun, but I will not give it to you for free because there's so many girls who were actually, when they give it to you, they just give it to you like gift. Meanwhile, everything that is meant to have been done with a wife has been done with you and everything. You have allowed it because you thought you are going to end up being wife. But now you realize, oh, I'm not going to be wife. And okay, I'm in this situation. Let me get what I will get. But all in all, it just means that even though we're not calling it the name,
What it is.
It's prostitution.
No, I disagree with you. But let's take this call. Wale from Lagos Island.
I have a different point.
Yes, please. Wale from Lagos Island. Are you there, Wale?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, welcome.
Actually, I love this topic. Let me first of all say happy Salah celebration today.
Thank you.
I just like opportunity to call into this topic. It's my first time calling.
Welcome to the show.
special clap.
Yeah, thank you, man. So actually, what I would say, we're not looking at the root cause. We have a root cause on this, which is the society where we live. There are some things that enhance poverty in the society, which affect the topic you are talking of today. The government, are we enjoying, as a person, as a citizen of this country, that a lot of things we're not benefiting? And this has become something that triggered poverty in the society. If the poverty level in the society is minimal, relationship will be more, it will affect all life of human, the citizen of the country. Now, everybody struggles. to live a comfortable life
Yeah.
in this current society we have. And that has affected human life, everything. Relationship today is not something men out there embrace anymore. Because currently, men prefer, let me have my baby, take care of my baby, and I live my life. The women out there in the society, they are not even giving their best into the relationship anymore. So far, they can live their life too without men. This has affected a call. It's talk about social media. It has a lot of impact, negative impact in our lives today. There was an expression given to a woman who was talking among you guys, saying that men are calculative. Gone are the days when men are calculative. Currently, it is time women are calculative too. It's wrong. Because why I take against that point is that currently, men are not getting the best from the
Why is it wrong,
relationship.
sir? Can I ask you why you think it's wrong? Men have always been calculative. Now women are turning the tables and becoming calculative, and it's wrong. Why is it wrong when it's the woman that's calculating what the men have always calculated? Why is it wrong, sir?
Okay. Why is wrong is that, we currently so many marriages and experiences I had is when you pick a woman that, I want to marry this. There are many guys outside that are looking for a good woman. They couldn't get.
Okay.
You understand? When they get one, I've witnessed recently a marriage that just, a new marriage, new wedded couples. The guy discovered that this lady is still giving attention to the previous boyfriend. The guy has to cut off. So he is not even comfortable with now this generation.
Thank you, Mr. Wale. Thank you for that. Before I come to Tokbe, because I know she has written a full notebook on the lecture she wants to give us today. Just kidding. If I come to you, you mentioned something that was interesting to me, which is we should not just pay attention to the money. Of course, that's not what we're saying here today. That's not what I'm saying here today. But we always assume that a man that has money does not have character. When we're having conversations of money, we'll try to separate it. Don't focus on the money.
We didn't say that.
Don't focus on the money. Focus on the other attributes.
Raise them all together.
You can have people who have money and have other good attributes. The idea is it's not even about how much a man is giving you. It's the willingness to give. When we started our relationship, we had men who did not have money. They where everybody was working together. But what stood out was the fact that even in the 1 naira, you were able to share. That's what we're saying. That's on one hand. Secondly, many men want to have a relationship, and you highlighted that point. You also talked about it, where you want the full benefits of a wife. You are dating. You are sleeping with her. Or two of you are sleeping with each other, the way they used to say it. She's cooking. She's washing. She's cleaning. If you outsource those things to other people, you would pay. You will pay people to come and do all of that for you. But now a girlfriend is giving you all of the benefits.
And you know you won't even marry the
girlfriend. Even if you want to marry her, the only time she now says, give me money, you are calling her a gold digger. Pay for those services. The way they used to do dating at the time before was the fact that we are dating, we maybe just hang out. The idea of dating originally is just Nigerians that came to change the whole thing. We hang out. We get to know each other. We go to the library to read. We go to the cinema. We walk on the garden. Hold hands, and everybody goes home. Go to the farm, whatever it is, and everybody goes home. You go back to your parents' house. The boy goes back to his house or his parents' house. Now we are dating and having relationships where we are exchanging sexual favors. We're exchanging, what's it called?
I don't understand sexual favors.
Yes, I don't understand.
I don't understand this because you are doing each other.
Yes.
One person is not doing the other.
You're supposed to be doing each other while you're dating. Shouldn't you wait for marriage?
Because I was making a point.
Yeah, let me complete this. You're not waiting for marriage to collect the benefits of a wife. You're collecting it in a relationship. And she also wants to collect the benefits of her
Since you
doing
don't know
house
that you
since-
have to pay.
to wait. So we want to collect now, and you are calling the person a gold digger. What I see is many men who jump into calling people gold diggers, and
the
those you
responsible
don't even
ones.
have the gold to dig.
Okay, so I
there's
believe that
Sorry, I was just about to end when that call came.
Came in, yeah, I
Yes,
remember.
and I think you are headed there, but let me just,
Wrap it up.
wrap it up quickly. I think it's women that are still trying to figure out. It's women that are confused. Men have never been confused. I was trying to end with, now we call ourselves different names, but when a man pays for sexual favors or whatever, it's either prostitution, it's either you're a mistress, it's either you're a concubine. I would say a prostitute is the person that knows and does it with different people, knowing at the end of it she's getting money. And there are people like that who have arranged themselves
That
to
way.
be that kind of people. But we call them a different name today. We
Rose.
call them different names. They are not prostitutes, but they just meet you and
It has
hookups,
morphed.
right?
Yeah,
hookups.
yeah.
The mistress or the concubine is the one who knows
Side
this
chick.
is a man that is married, taking care of his family, but you are in one corner believing that he loves you because he's giving you a lot of money. You are calling
loves
it
your
love.
body.
You are calling it love, but he believes that he's just giving you, he's
Money.
just treating you like a mistress. And men have done this over
Over
the
the years.
years.
Thank you, Mary.
So that's what I'm just saying. Now, for the women, their confusion is you don't know the name to call it, but the names have not
Thank
changed.
you for putting the
Yeah,
name. I was
we have a
hard.
caller, and then I come to you. Sorry, it's okay. Marvelous from Kaduna. Good morning, Marvelous.
Thank you very much, Marvelous, for giving us opportunity to say something. So, for me, I was going to, what I was going to write is, what I wrote down was that we have prostitution that is happening in different places under different names. And I'm so happy that I didn't even think of the concubine and mistress. So thank you for bringing that out. The concubine and mistress are the same thing. Prostitute is the outside person that is with multiple people. But if a married woman or a married man is saying, I won't get intimate with you until you pay me money, you are also being prostitute inside the marriage.
With one customer, Abi?
With one customer. You are
That's
now the
what makes a
mistress.
mistress.
You are a mistress or a mister, whatever. You are the one, because you are now
are
asking
the
for
gigolo.
money in exchange for sexual intimacy with your partner. I believe that when we talk about, I'm cleaning the house of my boyfriend, if it is act of service, so now me, my own is
Exactly.
that's how I show my love. I
you
show my
now,
love
that's
with act
you.
of service. So it is
I don't
for me.
like
It's
acts of
not
service.
is that if I love you, I would want to do something for you. I would want to better your life. My first boyfriend, I bought bed sheets for their house, even for the parents' bed, because the bed sheet did not look good.
Santa
and I would
Claus.
not be
Santa Claus.
yes, I would take care of you,
Another
because
woman
like
would
in
lie
my
on
head, this is
That's
how I
acts
will
of
show
service.
you.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
this is how I
your-
will show
you
you.
don't
I
expect
love
my love
you.
language.
So it's not even a
Money
it's not a
thing.
money transaction thing. I know that we speak on money, and we speak on the fact that we're having intimacy. I don't want to use intimacy,
yeah,
you
no,
know,
we are
and we're
married,
saying
we used to
money
do
for
it every day.
intimacy and all of that. Now, so in marriages, there's some marriages that by medical condition, intimacy cannot happen. And they don't know how to relate, because the only thing that glues that marriage, the only thing they had going for them was inside the other room. And now they have put you people on bed rest for one reason or the other, or something has happened and that marriage is in crisis. They start going outside because there were no values and strong things binding them together. In the beginning, there wasn't friendship, there wasn't love, because everything was purely transaction. It was just, you give me money, I give you the other room. Okay, we are good. So we need
once
to
you can't do
have
that,
more.
then
This
it doesn't happen.
once once the
demand.
man loses his job, the woman is looking outside for the other that will cover bills.
Thank you.
Once the woman cannot do other room, the man is looking outside for who? I had someone that was, the man toasted me till tomorrow. Like my parents even got to know, my mom got to know him. And I found out later that the woman was on bed rest. Like he was married, his wife was on bed rest. There was no story he did not say. I said, Oga, you are married. He said, the woman is killing my life. I found out later, because I did makeup for the woman's younger sister. And I found out she just gave birth. And she was like, oh, she was just gisting me that, I've been on bed rest since I got pregnant. And then I now saw the husband there. The man did not talk to me again since then. But because he knew I could put two and two together, this was me as a single girl. But now I'm realizing that there are some of these things that we don't, if you don't, and that's why we're having this conversation.
people still fall for that.
Yes.
People fall for
Yes,
this
so
thing
we
too.
have a caller on the line, then I'll come to Abigail. Moses from Port Harcourt. Oh,
So you know when we talk about mistresses, prostitutes, and everything, does not mean that we're absolving the men that are involved. So
Yeah.
if you are a
men
prostitute
Yeah.
user, or
Yeah.
what is it?
Yes. So I have a question before I come to you. So are we saying that, so what I'm hearing is we are putting money before you give me. That's a different conversation from the fact that
Maybe.
I'm taking care of you and I expect you to take care of me.
So if you say I come to your house and I wash and I clean, first of all, who sent you to wash and clean?
No, but it's
Why are you
expected
expecting
now.
money for that?
Yes, what if I give you, instead of me
What
giving
am
you,
I-
what
okay.
if it is quality time I used to pay you back
Yes.
for that?
What if I don't
Which
give
is
you
okay.
money?
You're not getting, so which is okay. As long as the man is giving a
some-
form of
No,
investment.
but we're discussing people that are expecting money
intention
for this
only.
thing.
So now, not everybody would value certain things,
We want
and
you
that's
to start
okay.
valuing
No,
stuff.
you cannot force people to value, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Some, like me, I'm not an act of service person. If I
come
come
and
to your
wash
house, I
plates
will
for
not
me.
wash plates for you. I will not sweep for you. My father used to pay me to wash his clothes because he knew I did not like to wash his clothes. So the only way he could get me to wash his clothes was to say, oh yeah, I'll pay you so and so. When I was in the university, I used to pay people to wash my clothes. I was
That's
paying my
such a
younger brothers to
point
wash
for
my clothes.
parenting.
So are you
Yes, it
saying
is,
now?
oh.
Wait, is that such a what?
It's an important point for parenting.
Yes.
Because parents have, we've discussed whether you should pay your children to do chores
Certain
or
chores.
not.
No, so I
now
don't
that
like.
I've seen what it will mean.
No, it doesn't mean anything because nobody pays me to cook. You see the way you go and clean your boyfriend's house. That's why I cooked for almost all the boys in the university for free. We all have different things that we naturally like to do, and the other ones that we don't like to do, that people have put it as a form of responsibility in this relationship. Is it a crime to ask for something for that?
That's why I have a cleaner now and I paid the
Abigail, I would like
Sorry.
Abigail to respond.
Okay,
so,
I wanted to add to the question.
I think you should feel your partner's impulse before you do certain things. If I'm coming to meet Mr. A, I won't expect that how I saw Mr. A is how I will see Mr. B, because there are people who genuinely don't know how to gift. They just believe that,
Thank you.
okay, I am here for you. They don't know it because they are not used to it. So
They didn't have a template. Nobody mentored them or taught
So
them.
I feel that you should teach your partner how to treat you. And you should be
That's also
able to
important.
talk. For instance, now, you're doing it, what I do most times if I get into a relationship, I love acts of service and I love sharing gifts too. So if I notice that you're not the one that gives, I will keep giving you.
Until
I
you
give
get it.
naturally. I won't even tell you.
Until you
but
get
I
it.
will expect that if I don't get it from you,
What
I
do
will
you
ask
now
you, what's up? I love this stuff. I will not tell you buy it.
Why?
I love this stuff.
Why
No.
wouldn't you tell the person?
I want to know the kind of. I won't
Person.
force
If you
you to
if
do
you can
it.
pick up something.
I won't force you to do it, but I expect that relationship till it gets to marriage, you're still getting to know yourselves. So you don't get to know the person totally. It's in the relationship you know, okay, this person cannot give me gift though. I've seen someone that said in the whole 13 years of marriage, she never got anything from her husband.
Oh.
And she keeps giving anniversary, she will be the one that
Yeah,
will
we'll
go to
let you
hotels
know.
and all that.
If you're in
She
a
even
relationship,
asked-
if you are married, you
Married,
should
you
let
can
the
open your
person.
mouth.
Sometimes she will
Yes,
even
I'll
ask.
tell you.
She will even
Not
ask.
In marriage, you
not
can open
many
your
people
mouth.
can.
I learned. I did not know how
marriage,
to,
you
but
can open
I
your
realized. I've mentioned to you that BC
In
mentioned.
That is me that taught you.
BC
In
mentioned
relationship-
ask, and I started asking, and I started getting.
So in relationships, finish.
So I feel that most of these men, once they are poor, they pretend a lot. They'll pretend they love you, they can come clean, they can come be with you from morning till night.
This is what they know.
It's not. You will know. You will
some
know
men,
the
some
real person when they have the money.
Yes.
They say money
So
reveals
You
you.
will know. So all the time they say, "Oh my God, he doesn't have money, but he cares for me." Lorira is a lie. Because when they now have the money, you know, but you were doing these things. I say,
So now,
you cannot say it.
okay. So me, I like the part where you said sometimes you need to teach people because they don't know. You remember the story I told you of my mom's cousin who the wife said the husband didn't give her anything. The way he defended it, he says, as you see, we have nothing. Everything I do is to make sure that there's food on the table, we're paying rent. So I
I'm
did not
doing.
think,
You're
I did not
seeing it.
think about the extras. But my mom says, no, women like that. No matter how tiny
It is.
an extra.
That's what
so
I'm
that
saying.
person was not pretending. He didn't
just
know,
didn't know.
but he just also felt that, see, she will not one day landlord will not come to this house and throw her things out because I'll make sure rent is paid. I'll make sure there's food on the table. I'll make sure that we have clothes on our backs. But he didn't know that extra thing.
So that was
so you can teach that sort of thing.
And he started doing it.
And for me, she never mentioned it obviously in relationship, but by the time we got married, it was something she spoke to and felt it was comfortable to speak to my mother about. I feel that a lot of people don't say things in relationship because it's a relationship. We don't know where this is headed. And in relationship, you sort of test people.
Yeah.
If you give them if you open the whole script, then you have given them
everything.
Exactly what to do because that's what you're expected. Sometimes you want to see if they take initiative. You want to see who they truly are. If there's some things you missed, you can open up in marriage. But those things that they miss in relationship is why people will tell you it's a deal breaker. No, when they sit with you and like, but why? Then she says, you didn't do this, you didn't do this. And once the person, I've had those conversations, the person says, okay, I'll do it now. You shouldn't have told me. Because I had to tell you. That I had to tell you. That it did not occur to you.
That's what my people are doing.
Even Nigerians.
So I did not feel there was anything wrong with me not getting gifts from my husband. It did not occur to me. But then I was among friends and they say, oh, my husband bought me the phone. I'm the one that bought the phone for myself. My husband bought me a car. I bought it for myself. I'm like, my husband too should be buying me something too now. And then it was based, I probably wouldn't think of it if I did not have that community. Sometimes those comparisons are not healthy as well if you have the conversation. So I had the conversation and business like, you can ask. And I asked. And I realized where we were. And I realized what he did not see it as a big deal. And since then, and I mean even beg and say, stop buying biscuits. I'm like, no matter what, just when you go somewhere, just pick something. You go to the gym, you buy salad.
Can I just buy one of the cutest things my husband does for me?
Please.
My husband travels quite often, very often. You know the pack that they give in the plane? He never eats it. Everybody in the house, my children know, that pack is for me.
you.
Wow. It's deliberate. It's nothing. It does not cost any extra money. But that is our thing. Where is that your mommy's pack? The children know.
Mommy's pack. So that's what I'm saying, right? It doesn't have to be go and steal money to come and satisfy me. Of course not. But your ability to think of me when I'm not there and remember to get me something is what we're saying and what we're asking of. So now, we also mentioned that women who are independent, when they're getting into a relationship, are not expecting any man to do anything. They don't tire. You see all this naturally, a woman is a receiver. No matter how small it is. I see very independent women who are making money, who feel good when their husband or their partner or their boyfriend buys them something. No matter how small. I know how good it felt when a friend called me recently that, guess what, my husband just bought me so and so. And I received it with joy. I felt good. It showed that somebody else cared for me. Women are natural nurturers. They nurture everybody but themselves most of the time. So it's also good to relax into the hands of a man who will nurture you in whether it's a little way, because
based on what he can afford.
So now I want us to go back to what do we now teach our young people, right?
Girls.
Hold on. I never asked the question. Finish now.
Boys.
What do we now teach our young people on how to carry out this sort of relationship? I want to give a quick example of my husband was not always the giver. I know you people will see him now and think, this one is a odogu. He was not always like that. His sister in the university told me that if you want my brother to buy something for you, tell him. She was giving me that advice based off of their mommy and their daddy and the quarrel they are still quarreling till today. Of mommy has always been independent. She doesn't know how to ask. She never asked.
So she gave you
and daddy assumed that is it till today. He cannot come out of the assumption. And he told me that men don't change, Joe. What they start with is how they continue. It's women that are fluid, can evolve from left, right, center, and all of that. And she gave me that tip. Since I got that tip, I started asking. And in the ask, if it's not available, he will say, okay, we're working towards something. Let's wait for this time. Let's wait for that time. And he started giving. Till today, he doesn't just wake up and give. I ask.
Oh, okay.
So there are people that, if you don't ask, they will not give.
It doesn't occur to some people.
It doesn't occur to some people. If you don't ask them, there are some people that are natural givers. So how do we advise our young women and men in their dating, their expectations of what they should be getting in the relationship, what they are expected to the extent to which they are giving or getting? How do we do that?
This conversation is also important for young boys, because a lot of people will think this is a way to call out girls that collect money, but also this is a conversation to correct boys, young boys, their perception on making money, however they make the money, so that they can have a relationship. I know sometimes we say to young men, if you don't have money, you don't have a car, you don't even have a business, getting married. And because it can be so blanket, it may mean that if you are poor, don't even dare go to a woman. What we're saying is that a woman would there's so many things that a woman appreciates in a man, even when he doesn't have money, because the money will come. That your generosity can be shown long before you start having that sort of money to show generosity in that way. Your thoughtfulness will show, your kindness will show that when the money comes, you amplify it. So what is important? A woman, apart from that money she likes, it's about security, it's about feeling safe. A woman likes to know that she will be protected and well taken care of. And it can come in various ways. If the money isn't there yet, she understands. And when the money comes, she knows that you will be generous even in your money, because you have shown that generosity even when you had so little, so you would show up. So for me, I hope that this is more to the young man who may be distracted by these Yahoo boys or boys who are looking for quick money, buying black soap, doing all sorts of things because they want quick money, and they think that that's what will get them the woman. It's not about that. Abigail. Money is just there, so and it finishes.
I just want to say that some men believe that once they have you, they have you. And doing the extras is not necessary because they have you at home. And then I feel that you as a woman, you shouldn't be comfortable in your barest minimum. For instance, if you want something, you don't say, because I've had past hurts, I did this and it affected my other relationship, I don't want to speak up. I feel that both for the man and the woman, you guys should be on the table before you even start all this, your sexual favors and all that. Discuss it. This is what I like, this is my love language, this is how I want you to be treated. Do you think you can treat me that way? I think you should feel yourself more before you actually proceed to the next stage.
That's what our parents have been telling us.
Final comments. Just feeding off what you just said. Just the same way they say sex blinds you to the reality of the relationship, so does money. When somebody love bombs you with lots of gift bombs you, you become blind to their very obvious red flags, and you might enter into a disaster in the name of relationship. So also sex. Some people are so good in the other room, but they are bad everywhere else. And you will enter into the relationship because you are blinded by the other room. Open your eye. Then finally, in every relationship, please, every man and woman, express yourself. Babe, I love you. I'm not to get money now, but I go take care of when I get money. It's okay. The guy too can say, boy, I loved you when you did not have money. Now I'm seeing money and you're not taking care of me. Be able to express yourself. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you cannot say what is on your mind, it's an unhealthy relationship. Leave.
You should be able to talk to each other.
Thank you, ladies, for this contribution. We need to understand that dating is dating. Relationships are relationships. Marriages are marriages.
Yes,
the problem we have is that we have blurred the lines of everything. So once if somebody says hi to you, the next minute you have carried your load to prostitution. You have carried your load. Now, is it wrong for a woman to choose to become, we are going, a wife to the husband, a side chick to the same husband, and a mistress to the same husband? Can you be that 1 in 3? Because we expect the man to have security, to have excitement.
You can use the words however you want to use the words. But what the meaning is, exactly. It's someone outside the marriage, not the person inside. But if you want to use the word just for your husband, you can use it.
We can combine it.
No, you can't, because the essence of the word side chick is that you are not married to this man, you're outside. But if you want to call yourself your husband's side chick for the excitement of it in your home, by all means.
If I also want to collect plenty money from him for the excitement, whatever. Do you? Thank you so much, ladies. That was an interesting conversation. I hope you all have learned something and listen to the different perspectives. Happy, the final decision is yours. Happy in the Eid Mubarak. Yes, happy Eid Mubarak. Enjoy your Salah break. Enjoy your Ram. Christmas. And enjoy everything else. We'll see you again tomorrow. Your View Pigeon. Stay tuned with us. Bye-bye now.